Good evening to all of you. So today we will continue with our series of newspaper analysis. So today we will be basically analyzing the culture related news. So um, as we just had a Republic Day. So on the Republic Day, many Padmashiri Awards were given to renowned personalities. Okay. So recently one Padmashiri award was given to Shankar Narayan Menon. So for basically we have to see Shankar Narayan Menon. We don't have to remember the names of such personalities. You can remember for quoting in exam as an example in essays and all. But as such, UPSC will never ask who got Padma Shri award this year or last year or whichever year. But we have to see in which field they got the Padma Shri award and for what purpose. UPSC can ask in question in this area. So like uh, renowned personality Shankar Narayan Menon was awarded for the martial art Kalaripayattu. For this art, he was awarded Padma Shri Award. So basically, now this is Kalaripayattu. Where do we, as an as UPSC aspirant, where do we study this topic? Basically, we study in our culture topic. So now this culture topic has come into news. So UPSC expects us to study this topic in detail. Not much in detail, but yes, UPSC can ask question in this area. So now next thing that arises, how UPSC asks question in the culture field. So we have two exams, prelims and mains. In case of prelims, basically UPSC asks the questions directly from the book itself. Whatever sources you are following, Nitin Singhania, NCRT, whatever you're following, but UPSC will ask the direct question and UPSC will just ask, suppose this is Clary pair 2, martial art. So UPSC will ask Clary pair 2, this culture belongs to which field? So it belongs to martial art field. Okay. Then UPSC can ask the question in which area it is being practiced. So we have to focus on the region area. So it includes, it is found in Kerala area. Only up to this level we have to uh, read the culture topic, basically this martial art topic. But yes, UPSC can go into depth, but we have to set our boundaries. Up to what extent we have to study the culture topic. You you should be aware of this art practice, but sorry, under this martial art practice, what are details like techniques and all, techniques, the way of fighting and all. We don't have to go too much into detail because at the end we have to keep simple rule. We won't be able to recall this in our exam hall. Yes, of course, if you're able to revise that culture topic once, twice, thrice, four times, five times, then you may be able to recall it. But looking at the syllabus of our UPSC and especially culture, we have to mug up a lot of things. It becomes very cumbersome and very challenging for us to recall all the details of a particular cultural practice. So we don't have to go too much into detail. So in prelims, just focus, just set a boundary, and up to that extent only um, study the culture topic. Similarly, UPSC can ask the question in mains also, but in mains, usually culture topic never comes directly. UPSC asks the culture topics indirectly. Like recently, if you have seen the paper of UPSC previous year questions, in this year itself also, there was a first question itself, Bhakti question on Bhakti movement. And UPSC had asked how Bhakti movement has impacted the culture. So this is how basically how Bhakti movement is responsible for genesis of various cultural practice, dance, music, martial arts, or whatever cultural practices. So this is how basically UPSC asks. So over there, if Kalaripayattu is also associated with some Bhakti movement, you can quote them as an example. So this is how basically UPSC will ask. Or UPSC can ask second set of question that UPSC usually asks is, if do we find continuity in cultural practices since ancient times, practices which were being sorry culture practice which were in practice in ancient times, do we practice them today also? So even from this aspect UPSC can ask the question. Okay. And even we do find in newspaper itself sometimes Supreme Court refers to our cultural practices to determine whether such practices are essential part of our religion or not. So Supreme Court has developed the doctrine of essential practice. Okay, so like there was a news also in 4 or 5 years back. So Tandav dance that Shiv Bhakts usually practice. So there was so question was question came in front of Supreme Court whether it is a sorry essential practice of religion or not. So Supreme Court said it is not essential practice of religion. So since Tandav was in news, so UPSC had asked directly question on the Tandav. So this is how basically UPSC asks the questions. Okay, I hope now you have a fair idea how UPSC is asking the question. Okay, so let's have a uh, brief overlook of this topic. Um, this Kalaripayattu martial arts, basically martial arts. I'll tell you how to study this culture topic. Okay, so let's move ahead. Okay, I hope I have simplified this analysis part of culture related news. Okay, so basically, in the news, what do we find? We find Shri Shankar Narayan Menon. He got Padmashiri Award for Kalaripayattu martial art. Okay, so now first of all we have to look at Padmashiri. So now Padmashiri Awards. So as an UPSC aspirant, first look at okay Padmashri Award under what law or under what constitutional provision it is being awarded. So Article 18 of Constitution of India permits recognition of merit, recognition of merit or contribution in various spheres of life like arts, literature, industry, etc., whatever. So basically, it recognizes the merit, hard work of people in various spheres of life, and government can award them. So government has set up many awards, Padma Shri Award, Arjun Award, many awards. Okay, so Padma Shri Award is one of those awards, and it is permitted under Article 18, and it does not violate right to equality. Basically, right to equality क्या बोलती है कि there should be equality of status. तो अगर हम अवार्ड प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं तो बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है किसी का स्टेटस इंप्रूव हो रहा है बट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अलाउज दिस स्टेटस बिकॉज इसमें हम उसकी मेहनत और मेरिट रिकॉग्नाइज कर रहे हैं ओके एंड इट डजंट वायलेट इक्वालिटी ऑफ स्टेटस दैट इंडिविजुअल स्टिल रिमेन्स एज इंडियन only it's being only there is a recognition of his hard work. Okay, so first of all you need to be clear about that it does not violate right to equality. I hope this much is clear. Okay, so next we'll move on to it talks about martial art and it also talks about Kalaripayattu, special type of martial art. So how to study martial art? Basically, you just need to be aware of what is the definition of martial art. It says it is an art associated with waging of war. Okay. This definition is clear. It is an art associated with waging of war. So now what is significance? Earlier in ancient times, its significance was basically it was taught to people so that they can use this technique, art of warfare, in wars. Okay, so it was basically used for warfare. But in today's time, its significance or meaning has changed. Now it is just practiced as the part of rituals, means of self-defense, or to achieve physical fitness. So this is its significance in today's time. Okay, so basically what do we find? As I said earlier, UPSC has been asking the question on the continuity of cultural practice. So what are we finding? We find that this martial art techniques are still being practiced in today's time, but only their significance has changed. Earlier it was used for warfare, now it is being used for different purposes. Okay, so you can use such examples in essays, GS answer, wherever you want to. So this is how you have to study cultural things. And regarding cultural practices, also martial arts, what approach you should adopt is basically what I recommend to students is you should use the technique of photographic memory. Because in books, basically what you will find, you'll find one martial art explanation, second martial art explanation, third martial art explanation, fourth explanation, fifth explanation, sixth, so on. It becomes very difficult to recall these martial arts to which area it belongs. So basically, what we should use the technique of photographic memory. It helps you to recall the image from memory with high precision. Okay, so I usually recommend this technique. So basically, I have drawn a map. If you can see over here, is a map of India. So I have drawn the um, map which it shows basically martial art practices along with the place of origin. Basically, UPSC asks the questions on basis on particular cultural practice and where it is found. So you don't need to go into depth of each martial art. You just have to remember, okay, square. If in questions UPSC asks where do we find square martial art, so you just have to recall the map of India, and you can just simply plot. Okay, square was written around somewhere near JNK, so it is found near JNK. So it helps you in eliminating the options also in prelims exam. And also, if question UPSC asks in main, suppose uh, elaborate on cultural practices of JNK. So even this map will help you. Okay, I read square martial art in somewhere around JNK. So you can write on cultural practice on square also. Okay, so these are the martial art practices. So I'll name few of them. Thoda practice in Himachal Pradesh, Lathi, Gatka in Punjab area, Masti Youth, Varanasi, Bandesh. It is practiced all over India. So that's why I've written India. Parikhanda in Bihar region, Lathi in West Bengal. It is practiced in Punjab also. Then Mardani Khel in Maharashtra, Paik Akhada in Odisha, Thangta Sarit Sarak, Chebi Gadga in Manipur, then Inborn Wrestling in Mizoram, then Kuttu Varasai, Malayot, South India, Silambam in Tamil Nadu, Kalaripayattu in Kerala. So this was in news. Kalaripayattu, Kerala. So I hope this approach will help you in understanding how to basically study cultural topic. Okay. I hope this this was small session, small video, but this will help you a lot in studying the cultural topic. If you have any doubt or you want any other topic to be studied, you can just drop it in the comment section, or you can mail me on rhlgoyal13@gmail.com. You can drop your queries or whatever help you need, mentorship or anything related to it. You can just drop a mail on this. Okay. So thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead